Before we dive into the untold story of why the king of rock and roll never performed in Europe, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and if you want to support the creation of more fascinating stories like this one, you can donate through the PayPal link in the description below. Elvis Presley was one of the most famous performers in history, yet he never performed outside North America. It sounds almost impossible, considering that his fame reached every corner of the planet. From London to Paris, from Rome to Berlin, millions of fans dreamed of seeing Elvis live. But that dream never came true. So, why did Elvis refuse to perform in Europe? The truth is more complicated than most people think. Many believed at first that Elvis simply didn't want to travel, or that he preferred to stay close to home. But the real reason was much deeper, and it had to do with the man who controlled his career, Colonel Tom Parker. Parker, Elvis's longtime manager, was known for being both a marketing genius and a ruthless businessman. But what most people didn't know during Elvis's lifetime was that Colonel Parker wasn't really American. He was born in the Netherlands as Andreas van Queek, and he had secretly entered the United States illegally. He never became a U.S. citizen. This meant that if he left the country, there was a serious risk he wouldn't be allowed back in. So, every time Elvis was invited to perform in Europe, Parker found excuses. He claimed the costs were too high, that the security wasn't guaranteed, or that the logistics were too complicated. In reality, he simply couldn't leave the United States without exposing his true identity and losing everything he had built. Elvis, loyal as always, trusted Parker completely. He rarely questioned his decisions, believing his manager always acted in his best interest. As a result, his international career remained limited to a few performances in Canada, just across the border. There were moments when Elvis dreamed of touring the world. Friends and band members recalled how he talked about performing in London or Rome, and how much he loved his international fans. But every time the idea came up, Colonel Parker would quickly shut it down, reminding him of the risks and complications. By the 1970s, as Elvis's health declined and his focus turned to Las Vegas residencies, the possibility of a world tour slowly faded away. The king continued to dominate the charts, but his kingdom remained confined within America's borders. In the end, Elvis didn't refuse to perform in Europe. He was never truly given the chance. The man who could have conquered the world was held back by the secret of his own manager. If things had been different, maybe history would remember not just the king of rock and roll, but the king who united the world through his music. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, remember to subscribe, share this video, and support the channel through the PayPal link in the description. Your help keeps these stories alive for music lovers everywhere.